When I got to do background checks and they were like, when did you live here? I don't know when I lived there. I just know that I did live there. I don't know when I worked at this company. I just know that I worked there. I can't even tell you how long I worked there. I'm going through old emails and calling people up and trying to figure out the timeline of my life because I don't damn know.
I said, oh yeah, that was around 2004. They said, damn, it was that long ago? I was like, that wasn't that long ago. That was 2 years ago. Like 2004. I was like, oh, I meant 20.
If a judge ruled that the government acted vindictively, then didn't they weaponize themselves
Right.
against them?
This is an Unsolicited Perspectives podcast, After Hours Uncensored sneak peek.
You know what's the hardest thing in the world for me? When I got to do background checks and they were like, when did you live here? I don't know when I lived there. I just know that I did live there. I don't know when I worked at this company. I just know that I worked there. I can't even tell you how long I worked there. So like I'm going through old emails and calling people up and trying to figure out the timeline of my life because I don't damn know.
I don't be knowing. Shit.
Please
you know what I do
don't
know?
ask me that.
I kind of know. I know pandemic years. I was like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, that was 2001. This is 2002. This is 2003. Now, when we start to get out of pandemic years, 2004, 5, 6, I'd be forgetting that we in 2026.
You didn't even give the right no. You were saying 05 and 04.
Right.
That's not even pandemic years.
I be forgetting that 20 like a motherfucker. I did that the other
Yeah.
day. I said, oh yeah, that was around 2004. They said, damn, it was that long ago? I was like, that wasn't that long ago. That was 2 years ago. Like 2004. I was like, oh, I meant 24. I don't know if that's age, combination of just being forgetful, and all that shit.
And
all of it.
also that was when I was the most
Huh?
like cognizant of like and present. Like what is it? Lucid. You know, now I'm getting older. I'm getting senile.
You getting senile?
The early 2000s, I was, high school, college. I was here. I was present. I was on it. Now, I don't know what's going on. I just realized we had a 3-day weekend.
That snuck up on a lot of people because this year is going by so damn fast. We almost at the halfway point of this year. Do you know
crazy.
We are almost 18 months into his presidency?
When it's not close to being over, and that's
It is.
the thing.
He's gonna die soon, I think. Oh, this is good
Then
news.
we get that jackass. That's not even any better.
Who, eyelashes?
Yeah, couch fucker.
This is good news though.
Allegedly.
A judge tossed out Kilmore Abrego Garcia's human smuggling charges, ruling President Trump's DOJ acted vindictively. The court found Garcia was prosecuted because he challenged his mistaken deportation. The ruling is a major win for Garcia in a case that became essential to Trump's immigration crackdown. So that dude that they got out of here illegally right here in the state of Maryland. Well, I'm not in Maryland, but it's part of the DMV.
Yeah.
Right here in the state of Maryland, he beat the charges.
Yeah.
Well, that means that he should get some of that money from the weaponization fund.
Okay, because if a judge ruled that the government acted vindictively, then didn't they weaponize themselves against them?
Now, if he got some money, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm
Shout
all
out
for
to
that.
Abrego Garcia.
I got into an argument yesterday with somebody
Mhm.
about what constitutes the DMV. And I was like, I'm not going to have this conversation with you because I don't think you are
Qualified to
exactly to have
Yeah.
this. I was like, you grew up in like Ashburn? Like,
No, not
you can't,
qualified.
you're not qualified to have it.
Not
So
qualified.
this person kept saying Fairfax is a part of
No.
the DMV.
I can tell you that.
Here's where he might have had a point, because I've always said the DMV is where the original metro went.
Yes. We're not talking Silver Line or whatever, purple
No.
or whatever the hell anybody.
Orange
I don't
line,
even know.
Orange line goes all the way to East Falls Church.
No.
I mean, Falls Church is Fairfax County.
No.
That's what I was saying too. I was like, yeah, I don't give a shit. No. I was like, the only thing in Virginia that counts as a DMV is
It's
Arlington.
right across the bridge.
It's Arlington and Alexandria. Old Town counts as part of DMV.
Because
which
that's
is
pretty
essentially
much
right
you
over the bridge.
still on the GW Parkway to get
Right.
to Old Town.
I mean,
Like,
literally,
you're
that's the end of
literally there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and,
You got to be able to get to Reagan quickly. And if you can't, if you fly out of Dulles, you don't live in the DMV.
You don't live in the DMV. And I said there's
Sorry.
only 2 counties in Maryland that counts as the DMV. That's Prince George's and Montgomery. That's
and
it.
boy, and they give Montgomery hell.
I think they give Upper Montgomery, where we're from, hell.
Yeah.
But I always say we on the red line.
But Silver Spring is on the line of PG and Montgomery
DC.
And DC. So
I mean, it's Montgomery County, but it's literally right there. Silver Spring is the most DMV.
Yes. I don't know. Let me think. Is Silver Spring the most DMV?
Because it's right there. It's in Montgomery County, but it's right there on the PG line, and you could get and it connects with Rock Creek Parkway, which connects to DC.
I think PG County folks will have something to say about that.
The only PG County folk are Largo and Hyattsville, like that area. But don't nobody want to live there.
Hyattsville, to me, I used to live in Hyattsville.
I mean, we both lived in Hyattsville because Hyattsville's right. Well, no, I didn't live in Hyattsville. I lived in College Park.
I lived in Hyattsville. Like, what? Come on now. Hyattsville is DC. It's literally, I could ride a bike and cross into DC.
You could do the same thing with Silver Spring.
Yeah. But that's,
I mean,
hell,
I could do it from my place. My place is less than a 5-mile bike ride to DC.
And that's why I would consider, you're literally right over the bridge. Like, you're right there. If you could ride a bike.
I'm not right there. Right there would be Crystal City, Pentagon City. I'm a little bit up the highway. I'm 2 exits away from that. It's a 7-minute drive from my garage to Pentagon City Mall. Yeah. So I'm a little bit further away, but I'm still the DMV.
Yeah, but unqualified people, please sit down. Sit down.
People trying to extend it. I'm like, no,
Fairfax, Loudon, I don't care. No, none of that.
They try to say it's all the people that come in to work to DC. I'm like, well, I know people that live in Stafford that come down to DC, and Stafford ain't close.
I know people that live in West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Delaware that work in DC. They take the train in and they work in DC. They are not from the DMV. No, I'm sorry. It's a tiny little, it's like the inner loop and the outer loop. And if you in that area, then okay.
Yo.
Then like 395, like that. Like if you in that area, okay. If you out in Washington County, jump off a bridge. You are not part of the DMV. I'm sorry.
It is 395, 295, 490. No, not all of 495.
Not all of 495.
It's 270, 95.
And only part of 270. I wouldn't. 270 goes all the way up to Frederick.
I thought 270. No, I thought Frederick turns into 70.
That's coming the other way. That's coming from like Columbia across.
No, that's a different.
Because I used to work there.
I used to go and party in Frederick and Hagerstown all the time.
Okay, well, one of us was sober driving there and back, and one of us wasn't.
Okay, you're right on that one.
That was my work commute every day. I know where 270 goes.
Okay, all right.
The hell?
Well, Frederick trying to claim the DMV now. And I'm like,
no.
You are Frederick County. That is a different county. That don't count. We done lost people who ain't from this area.
Thank you for watching this After Hours Uncensored sneak peek. Check out more shows on our Patreon page and YouTube membership.